called. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Do you want to do it?
No.
Okay. Well,
It's kind of hard.
I hope we liked our music choice
No
because
free branding.
no, none for you. What is it? On Mean Girls when what's his face is passing out candy canes, and he's like, "And none for Gretchen Wiener." Fine. Cheers.
Cheers.
To sitting in Sid's chair. Sitting.
Success.
To success, yeah.
Do you get oily? Do you get dry?
Yeah, but
Or you don't know?
I don't know.
Can we face the camera?
Yeah. I get. Sometimes I can get a little oily, but sometimes I can get a little curls too. Do you want me to tie my hair back? Just tuck it.
Just tuck it's fine, yeah. Okay. Are you a tuck it girly? Or are you
I
a
don't-
leave it untucked girly?
I don't like hair in my face. It pisses me off.
So you're a tucker?
Yeah. But I'm more of like a throw everything on top of my header.
Okay.
You know.
Are you a floor makeup girl?
Ooh.
Are you a mirror bathroom makeup girl, or are you a like vanity makeup girl?
Definitely like sit in the sink bathroom makeup girl. Like if we're all getting ready,
Mhm.
when we get ready for New Year's, yeah, I sat in the sink.
Yeah.
I sit in the sink.
Okay.
In the bathroom. I don't know. If there's a nice natural light place, I'll do it. What are you?
I'm a bathroom.
Bathroom?
Yeah, I don't mind if I'm standing
But what kind
or
of
sitting.
what kind of bulb do you have in? Do you have like a warm or like one of the blue, like the intense light bulbs?
The lighting in my bathroom is very white. Like
Okay, I see. Mine is like soft, but I also have a black bathroom.
that's
I have like a warm glow
it can
bathroom.
be kind of hard to see
What I'm doing.
what your actual tone is in that bathroom.
Yeah, that's true. Do you put on eyeshadow first before everything?
I do.
Is that because of Fallout?
Yeah, because of Fallout. And you know, I was just talking to my friend about this because I feel like on Instagram, I always see people doing the eyes last. And I just feel like that's fake news, you know? Can't.
That's not right.
I mean,
That's what
they're doing it. They're doing it.
But that's just not your
it
way.
just makes me so nervous. Well, because, like, and then my hand. So then I
Oh,
guess
it's
you could
pressing,
put one of those,
yeah.
like, sponges. Like, a lot of people have, like, a sponge with, like, a wrap, and they just go like this. So you don't mess the makeup up. But still.
What we watch on the internet is completely different. Like what we subscribe to is completely different. I wouldn't even. When you just did the sponge thing, I was like, I have never seen anyone ever do that.
I mean,
But I don't
it's a
watch
good
makeup-y
idea.
stuff. No, it is. It makes sense. But I think I also I saw this one girl post about whoever does Hailey Bieber and Kendall Jenner's makeup. Do you remember how everyone used to say, like when you were growing up, you would do your like concealer and all that first and then your foundation, and then it switched to putting your foundation on and then your concealer? Well, the woman does everything. She does her contour first, her concealer, and then she foundations. And that's like how they get their look. And I'm like, but isn't that against everything that
I mean,
we've been taught now?
I don't know. For me, like, the order doesn't. I guess it depends on, like, what products you're using, too, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you use
most
a
people
lot
are
of-
using, like, a lot of the stick, like, concealers and, like, bronzers.
Oh, where it's like an actual, you're not pulling it from a tube, it's just a...
Yeah, they
Okay.
just, like, draw it on their face.
Okay.
Which, I don't think I've ever used a what's it called? A contour stick.
Really? You always use
Oops.
a palette? You have a palette, right?
Yeah, or, like, yeah, I guess I either use a palette or powder.
I have bronzer, and that's about as high tech as I get. I'm also just not a massive, like when we went out for New Year's, I liked doing my makeup that night, but
you don't
I
really
don't wear makeup.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it's out of like vanity. I think I just am actually probably a little too lazy. And I touch my face too much. Like if my brows are brushed up and like I can put on a sweep of mascara, I feel like I'm pretty good. But I always like appreciate like when I look at someone's face and I'm like, yeah, you like spent time on that. Like that looks really, really good.
Are you more of a hair girl though? Like you don't really care about your makeup, but your hair looks good?
No, because I'll just roll out of bed sometimes. I'm like just...
You're booked and busy.
Honestly, yeah.
You're booked and busy.
It's like whatever I can do, I'll do. But I wear my hair. I mean, this is so gross. Like you're getting on my weird. But like I'll go days without washing my hair. Like I mean, like I'll go a week and a half without washing it, and like.
That's okay.
I mean, is it though?
I
like when my hair is
your
done.
Hair can take that, then yeah.
I'm definitely also. I definitely think I am more of a hair girly, but I also just don't think that I spend my top priority. Okay, let's say this. Let's put this into. We'll do a compare contrast.
Okay.
If it is coffee over. No, that's so gross to say.
Let's
like, you know.
Dirt. Coffee over.
If it's like coffee over like brushing my hair, like we're gonna go for coffee and we're gonna like throw. I was gonna say something different, but like I'm not. But like it's. I was gonna say like, but then it's really so God, now I've talked myself into this freaking hole. If it's coffee over shower, if it's coffee or shower, it's coffee. Like,
okay.
if I have to run around, if I have to like run around with like, you know, maybe a little like crust on my eyelids.
You will.
It's
not above you.
No, at all. It's really not above me. I like skincare.
Okay.
I will take my time on some skincare at night, but like that's why I'm excited to be looking nice after this. Let's talk about your business.
My business.
What do you want to do this year?
I want to get like some really regular clients. Like some regular makeup clients.
What, that like need glam on the daily?
Yeah, or like need glam like regularly. You know,
because of all the
maybe
events
you do
they're
like
going
some
to?
events. Maybe you do shoots. Maybe you know, maybe you just like to like create content and you want to look like a freaking baddie every time.
Then 1-800 called Sid.
1-800 hit my line. Yeah. I feel like I've been out of practice for a while, and I just want to kind of get back into it. I was doing a lot of weddings before, and it's like weddings are cool. You make money,
but weddings aren't always it.
It's just not, you know. And I think like creatively too, it's not super creative because a lot of the times they just want the same kind of look.
I feel like weddings are the perfect place to start off. So like with flowers.
Yeah.
I feel like flowers make it can kind of go hand in hand in this regard. Because weddings are the perfect place for you to start off like building your skill set.
Yeah.
Because it can be kind of repetitive what people want.
Yeah.
But then it's like once you've done it enough times, like spreading your wings to other events to do more like out of the box, I think is where like true passion kind of comes in.
Yeah, and like you get to kind of like flex your creativity a little bit more. But yeah, no, I mean like I mean that's so right. Like weddings were the perfect thing to start off with because you get used to also the pace. I don't know how it is for flowers, but you know, doing makeup, you only have a certain amount of time. The wedding planner is like on you.
Like photos in 45, yeah.
And you don't really have a lot of time to like mess up.
No. No. You have to come like ready. Game plan, like I set timers on my phone for how long something's supposed to take. Like this install has to be executed in this amount of time. Weddings will teach you a lot about like pacing, I think managing expectations with clients.
Multiple opinions too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you normally like, whenever you're doing flowers for weddings, do you have like a lot of the party around?
I have.
Or are you kind of like working by yourself?
Well, I think like on like wedding day, you mean?
Yeah.
On wedding day, it's usually like me and my team. And like I rely really heavily on their eyes as well. Like Taylor, who has kind of like helped me navigate Crafted, and like, you know, she's definitely contributed to this success that I've had so far. And so yeah, I mean, I definitely rely on that and opinions. And then, you know, when people walk up, I don't know, I feel like when people walk up usually with flowers, they're like, oh my god, it's beautiful, and like, unless you stare at it, and it's the same with makeup though, like people are like, oh my god, like that looks really, really pretty. And I think unless you're really heavily like your feed, you knowing like that tip, that trick, or like that eyeshadow crease, I guess, didn't look the way it was supposed to, whatever. Like I noticed stuff like that, like, oh, that shouldn't have looked that way, or oh, this is what they should have done. But regular people, I feel like
they're just like amazed with
yeah,
it anyway.
like I feel like they're pretty generous with what they say. But after, you know, I definitely do always want to have like feedback from client, like what they did like, what they didn't like. I think leaving room for that is always necessary. Why? What do you think? Do you think people, well, I guess with makeup too, there probably is like a little bit more room for critique because it's on someone's face.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had a situation where someone just like all out
was like, I hate it.
Yeah, or like even like, you know, people always joke with me when doing makeup for weddings, and they're like, oh, like the mother-in-laws must be awful, or like, you know, when I've never really had anyone like be mean or like really go in on the bride for whatever she requested.
Wait, does the bride request what she wants her girls to look like?
Some of them do.
Really?
Some of them do.
I feel like I figured it would just be
whatever looks good on them.
Yeah, like per that individual's
like face.
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, for the most of the time it is. Like, most of the time, like, the bride is just like, yeah, like, whatever they want.
I feel like that'd be the nice thing to do.
Yeah, but I have had some brides who are like, I want everyone to look like this.
Really?
Which is fine for me as an artist, because I'm like, okay, like, I know what every single person is getting. We're about to crank out the same look 8 times.
Do you feel like that's disappointing for you though? Do you want to
sometimes I mean, like, for brides, I think I would like to do something like more fun.
Yeah.
But like the bridesmaids, I mean, honestly, I don't know, I'm not really there for them as much. I'm there for the bride, like that day is about her. So I don't know, I don't really feel like the bridesmaids are where I'm supposed to be showing out, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it does. That's how it is with bouquets.
Yeah,
like I want my bridal bouquet. I always pick her flowers first and set those aside and then go through, because I want her to have like the most perfect bloom. I feel like I hope this year So, okay, I guess like context of me and Sid's relationship. So Sydney and I met back in 2020.
That's
2021.
So crazy.
It was like end of 2020.
It had to be 2020. It definitely wasn't 2021 because I think that's when I lived in Colorado.
Maybe it was 1st of 2021. It was spring. Was
it spring?
I don't know.
It was
a bit chilly. Okay, so at this thing called the Big Fake Wedding.
Mm-hmm.
My Big Fake Wedding. And Sydney was there with someone doing makeup. And I was there. So Sydney did all the makeup for the bridal party.
Yeah, for the bridal party, yeah.
And I was there as like a floral vendor. So I did like 2 tables or whatever. And that's how me and Sydney met. But then I think we both went on our own, I guess, kind of separate journeys, but we would follow each other on Instagram.
Yeah.
I think we talked really casually on the gram.
Yeah, like it was just like responding to like I think it just, you know, initially I think we were just like following each other's like
business accounts.
Yeah. And then
we both equally, I feel like, went off and did our own separate things outside of our craft for a little bit too.
Yeah.
Given the pandemic.
True. Oh my god.
And then this year we're both getting back into it, which is why we want to be active with you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. It all kind of
social.
happened in good timing.
It did, but it was all the fall of last year.
Yeah.
I think fall of last year kind of started putting me into just like a different mindset of what I wanted out of life.
How so?
I don't know. I think I just realized that that like I had learned so much in the past like 2 years, and that I had learned so much, but I felt like I was like neglecting such large parts of myself for like in the name of
like with work.
In the name of financial security. Which is great because we can really get into that whole conversation about being like a creative and like what that means.
Yeah, I think it's, I mean, I know like we've kind of talked about that, but yeah, it's really hard when you have like a normal job and have like a sense of financial security, and then you also are a creative and you want to go and try to do your own thing. It's scary.
It is. I think also being a creative, like to truly be able to do that full time is like honestly a really big privilege.
Yeah.
If you can like pan it out that way, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's like not for the faint of heart.
No, it's like
faint of heart.
I saw a TikTok and they were like, yeah, I want to quit my 9-to-5 job.
And work like 24/7?
Yeah. They were like, I want to quit my 9-to-5 job and just like be creative. And it's like, oh yeah. Instead, I'm working literally 24 hours a day.
Literally. All the time. But it's worth it. I think that it's so worth it when you are able, you get those like money pieces. Why did I say, there's like a better, you get those money shots where it's like, where you just, that sounds so bad to say it that way, but it's true. Like you get those moments where, because like a money shot is like that moment that was just so good, and it's gonna like open like other doors and like actually contribute to your future and like showcase like what you're doing. And I feel like those are the moments that make it worth it. But
I could literally do like the smallest thing, or like I could get like, you know, even when I sent out all those emails and like someone got back to me, it's like, yes, like this is like what I do this for, you know. Even just like those little tiny wins, like are really exciting because you're like, okay, like I could do this.
Yeah,
this is not
like my freak out. I had a freak out in the car the other day. I was like sitting in the storage unit parking lot, which is when I decided like, okay, like I should clean it out. But Luke texted me and was like, oh, like his friends invited me to like come hang out. And I was in such a bad mood, and I texted back and was like, don't ask me to do anything else on the weekends. Like, I can't do anything. Like, I had a monumental freak out, and he calls me, and I like answer, and he's like, Bubs, what's wrong? And I was like, I can't. Do you know the feeling when you were a kid and you couldn't figure out what to wear to school, and you'd like have a freak out in your closet and like throw clothes everywhere? I had like that kind of freak out, which is super embarrassing because I'm 27. But then 2 hours later, I got a workshop signed up for.
Oh, yay!
And I was like, oh wow, like, yeah, that made it better.
Yeah, maybe we should make another video about just like how to transition.
Honestly, I believe in that. I support that idea. Did you hear about the Ned Declassified guy? Ned's Declassified? That kid that it was like he was a one-hit wonder with that show.
Oh yeah.
He's finally run out of all his own money. And Already. And he was like talking about, or rather he started a podcast about like where do you go after that? Like what the transition, like how to do that properly. So yeah, maybe we should talk about it within leaving 9 to 5s and
yeah. I mean, and just too, I think like for so many people, especially after COVID or even during COVID, like so many people were going to do their own thing and try to make their own business. And I like every friend that I've been talking to recently, it seems like the theme right now is just like, do I do this thing that I really want to do that I love, but that is scary and that I don't feel secure in, or do I stay and like do the thing that I know how to do, but also
like you don't enjoy it? Yeah. I think so many people are going through these weird transitions right now where I think though, I guess it's you're 3 years out of COVID and everything feels like maybe you could take like a little bit more of a shot. Just because something is financially stable does not mean that it brings you happiness. And I think that society makes you feel, but I feel like society makes you feel stupid for like leaving that.
Oh yeah, of course. Like even just like family, you know, like
why would you want to do that? Like,
yeah, why would you want to do something so like risky or like, you know, live there or like not be in school or like not XYZ.
Yeah. Everyone has ants in their pants though right now. Big time.
What do you mean?
Like everyone just has ants in their pants. They're just like tired of doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Oh yeah. A lot of people have just kind of like woken up to like, I don't know, this everything that we've been like taught how to do is just like not all that it's really cracked up to be.
And a lot of things I feel like have also just transpired in our like social and like political climates over the last 3 years that just makes it, I mean, for me, I feel like this sounds so bad, but like, because you know I knew it, but I think I also was just kept in such a shell. Like I've had a very privileged upbringing, and so I think once I've gotten like into the real world, I don't know, this is probably really showing my true shell shock, but like shell shock of like, no, you really can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Like, no, really, like it's not a joke. Like no one actually cares. No one actually cares. No one cares.
And like that's such like, I don't know, I feel like you can look at that and be really sad about it, or you can look at it and be like, you know what, then that's like all the more reason for me to like do whatever I want to do, because literally no one is gonna care anyway. And even if they do for like 2 seconds to talk about it,
then it's just done. It's a fleeting 2 seconds.
Yeah, and then they're on to the next like thing that they're like complaining about.
Yeah. See, but then I think it's also made me be like, like how today when you walked in, I was like, I'm so anxious. Like, I've been so consumed by my own just bullshit. And I was like, nope, I need to pause and remember that the world's not going to stop turning because I'm not doing what I quote unquote need to be doing. Mm-hmm. And I think that there's like this weird, like, in my weird, like, I guess craving for like to be independent and to like not, I don't know, fall into like this social construct that the world needs me to. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I'm not eating real food today, and this rosé's gone straight to my brain. But like to not fall into this like social construct that like I have to do A B D C E F G to get H I J K L M N O P. Like, yeah. I think I just sacrifice so much all the time to like get ahead. But then I'm not always even seeing myself get ahead. Does any of that make sense that I'm even saying, or am I just talking in a fucking weird circle?
No, I mean, I get that.
I think I just get tired. I get tired of the game. Tired, Bob. Tired, Bob.
I get tired of the game too. I mean, the thing is though, like that, and that will never stop.
No, because the hamster wheel keeps spinning.
That will never stop.
My little legs can't keep up. My little legs are tired. Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder what this video is going to come out to be.
It's going to be an interesting one. And like honestly, like you were saying a second ago, like we're really super blessed to have a skill that interests us. Even though like, I don't know, is my die-hard passion makeup? No, but it's like fun for me to do, and it's a skill that I have. So why not do it? And I think that too, there's like a lot of people who maybe aren't like amazing at any like one thing in particular, but they're interested in something, and I think that that's like just as important. Like,
yeah, what do you think about that? Do you think that you have to be skilled at one thing to be successful? Like, do you think that you have to be great at one particular thing to be super successful in life and to make a name for yourself? Or do you think you can be a jack of all trades, or do you think that people think that you're flousy because of that?
I think that it is like a natural instinct for people to think that like you're like total flight risk, and you're
like
just
a degenerate.
Like, yeah, like you're just a leaf in the wind, you know, like that. I swear, I think that's probably honestly what my family thinks about me. But I think that that's good. I mean, you think about like millionaires, right? And they always say like they have at least 5 streams of income. Like, who's to say that all of those 5 things are the same thing, you know? And like, I don't really think that it's incredibly smart
to just have one
put all of your eggs in one basket like that, you know?
I agree.
But I enjoy knowing a little bit about a lot of things. I may not know a lot about any one thing in particular, but it kind of makes life fun, and then you can just like, I don't know, do all the things that you're interested in. Like, you don't have to be an expert. I think that people have to get comfortable with like being really mediocre at something and like failing, and like being comfortable with that feeling, because then when you do find the thing that you like absolutely love and you want to go for, like, you're not scared. You know,
it's not as daunting.
Yeah
I know. I love flowers, and I think I'm good at flowers. I think I could be better at flowers. I think I'm a little out of practice sometimes, but then I think that when I am actually, I guess, like free form, just like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Where you're not like having to follow any criteria. You're just doing what you want to do. I think that when I get those opportunities to play with blooms, like, I'm like, oh shit, like, yeah, okay.
This is fun again.
But I also think that I have about 1,000 other things that I like love to do, like write, or honestly, I probably should just have like a business consulting business, because I think all I do is like to come up with like random things for other people
You're
to
really
do.
good at that. You are really good
I think
at
that's
that.
fun though.
Yeah.
To like think of how other people can market themselves, or like things that they could do.
Mm-hmm.
I also just I would also be really, really, really happy if I got to live like on a huge chunk of land and garden every day and play with my chickens.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the dream that we're all trying to get to, isn't it? We all just want a piece of land
Chickens.
with chickens and a horse.
Yeah, just like hang out all day and drink rosé on the patio.
Exactly, and grow your own food and just like have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
People are willing to help more often than what people would assume.
They are.
Or just to share knowledge. Like, honestly, that's one thing about doing makeup that really surprised me about wealthier people. Doing makeup for wealthier people. Like, I realized that, like, growing up, I always kind of had this, like, idea of, like, rich people and what they were like. Realizing that they're normal people too, and like a lot of them have also just started out exactly how I have, and just like not a clue in the world, and they really want to share and spread knowledge. I think like in a similar way that you or I would want to share like any knowledge that we have. And I don't know, just being willing to kind of like be like, hey, like I don't know, like how did you do that, or what do you do, or where do you go for this, or like just being able to like ask for help is a really tough thing that I have a hard time with, but I think a lot of people have a hard time with.
100%. I struggle with that. But I think what you're saying, like when you find the right people who are so gracious to like go on that journey with you, like them, talking about theirs with you and vice versa, like, and kind of go down that rabbit hole. There's a lot of wisdom to learn.
People, we're using 3D faux mink medium black Ardell individual lashes.
I was wondering, I was like, I feel like
I don't need to plug this because every time I go to the store, they're always gone. Like, I have to order them online, but these are the best. They take a lot longer to apply. But if you want something that's like really customizable, like if you're a girl who like likes to switch up your lash style, or maybe you're a makeup artist and you like want something that you can customize to each person that you do makeup for, and you don't have to like cut strips, and like you don't have to worry about the strips lifting up on the ends and things like that, these are it. And the 3D ones have like, they're layered, so they're really wispy looking. They do have some other ones that are like more flat. I like them too. I like those too.
Do you wear faux eyelashes? Your eyelashes are always so nice.
Thank you. I don't. I am blessed with curly eyelashes. I don't like feeling stuff on myself. It's really bothersome. I'm the same with my hair too, though. I don't really like when people do my hair either.
Really?
Yeah, my dad,
Can I do it? Oh, thank you. Bless you.
Wow, those look great.
Yeah?
My dad always used to say, like, not to let anyone, like, touch your head. He wouldn't let anyone touch his head. He wouldn't even let us touch his head because, like, it's like an access point for people to like transfer their energy. And so he just
was like, don't touch it.
Don't ever, no.
Is that mascara?
No.
Oh. It's brown gel. Dang.
My favorite is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the clear gel, not like the pomade. Like the clear
gel.
pomade, I think they just came out with that. I haven't tried it yet, so I can't really.
But the gel in the tube?
But the gel in the silver tube is so good. I gave some to my brother one time because he was like, this is just like perfect, you know? He's like, it cleans it up, but it's clear.
for his brows.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's obsessed now. What are your plans for Valentine's Day? We haven't talked about this.
Oh, for Valentine's Day?
Yeah. Something cute.
Yeah, so we're gonna do bouquets. I canceled my workshop because I'm a dummy, and I planned it on Super Bowl Sunday. But like,
honestly,
I don't watch. I don't watch sports.
That's a fair mistake.
Don't watch sports. Luke doesn't watch sports.
Yeah.
We're not a sports person. We're not a sports couple. We watched the World Cup, but I'm just not a sports person. So, anyways, so I'm gonna move that, or I'll figure that out. But we are doing bouquets, which they'll be really pretty because they'll be like a custom mauve, like with pops of red.
That'll be
like,
nice. Wait, so are you still doing the pop-up, or is that what you canceled?
I am doing the pop-up.
Okay, cool.
I'm doing a pop-up at what's it called? Dress Up at the Battery.
I was gonna say that's at the Battery.
What
if you did that on Super Bowl weekend?
I know, but everyone's gonna be like tailgating on Sunday.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna be flowering on Sunday, regardless. So yeah, buy your bouquets for me. Come see me on my pop-up. It'll be Saturday, February 11th. Yes.
Saturday, February 11th.
1 to 5.
1 to 5.
At Dress Up in the Battery. It's gonna be a cute little flower bar. So like everyone will come pick out their blooms.
I'm excited.
I might do some plaster vases for like people to purchase if they want. They'll be really cute if I can actually pull it off in time. It's on my 1,000 to-dos. But yeah, I'm sad about the workshop. We were doing it at like my favorite studio.
That's the
Milton.
yoga studio.
Yeah. One of my favorite people owns it. She's so sweet. Her name's Alyssa. Yeah, I'm gonna miss my Milton family. Milton's bougie.
Look at the floor.
Milton's real bougie.
Milton is bougie.
Yeah, but I feel like I know the best people in Milton. Maybe I'm biased, but I feel like I've made some really great friends while I've been working up there. Like a few people I feel like I can just call on the regular and be like, hey,
that's really nice.
How are you?
Like, that's a skill I wish I could just like put in a bottle from you.
I think though it's like, to your point of, I mean, like, this might sound like kind of uncouth, but like Milton's like truly, like, I'm not even in that tax bracket, you know? And I think that there are just a lot of very well-to-do people there that have been like very gracious towards me and like very kind and very like loving in their word of mouth, like
that's always really
yeah nice. And so I think that, like I said, or like you said, like 100% people can really surprise you. And like stereotypes don't always hold true. I think that's the last 2 years have just ultimately given me a lot of confidence to go forward. And I think last fall, like to repivot to the beginning of our conversation, like last fall, I think just put a lot of things into perspective for me. And like where I want my life to go, and like taking all the things that I've learned and all the assets, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy the people you meet, and it's crazy like the skills or the whatever that you learn along the way. It's not always peaches and roses, but what am I giving? Am I giving?
Oh my god.
Am I serving?
You are giving. You are
really?
serving.
I'm so excited to see what I did not pay attention to anything, like any
that
color. Not really. I got that rosé has gone straight to my head.
Yeah.
Sydney's gonna have a podcast.
Guys, I'm so excited.
And so this is, I think, a cute little soft lunch idea.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Yeah, Sid, tell us what are we doing?
Well, so I'm not like, okay, remember when I got here and I was like, hey, like, are we like Valentine's Day. Like, are we like marketing right now, or like what? Like, what's the vibe? Because I'm not that. I'm not the sign that I saw outside of Postino's that said, I got 99 problems, but brunch ain't one. You know what I mean? I'm just not that person. I can't fake it. You know, I really, really, really want the podcast and just everything. Like, the makeup biz, like, everything. I just want it to be really organic, you know? Like, I want it to really be me. I don't want me
You're
to
definitely
like
not a forced human.
I want it to be like very much me. The podcast might be
A little bit more brash.
a lot of like I want to treat it like we're friends, you know. We're real friends here, we're having a real conversation. Like, I don't want anyone to be like scared of like what their views are. I don't want to be scared of what my views are, sharing those with other people. Like, I just want it to be really honest and like really just me, you know? But the same thing for the makeup. Like, the thing that I love about makeup, or like the thing that I always really loved about like doing makeup for other people, was not that I was like trying to transform them into someone else. Or that I was even trying to like transform myself into someone else, which at a time I think I was. But like, I just don't want to do that. I also don't want to promote that. I think it's really easy to like look at like the makeup industry and be like, you know, this is so fake. Like, people are just trying to like, people are capitalizing off of people's like insecurities, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But like, the point of what I'm doing is for like that person to feel good, you know?
Yeah.
So if you like get in my chair and you don't feel good, and then we're talking, like, we're getting to know each other, we're having a good time, like, I do a look on you that makes you still feel like you, just like more elevated or more rested or whatever, and like you look at yourself and you're like, oh my god, like, that is why like I like to do makeup.
Weird to figure out what you really want to do and what you want to bring to the table. Like, when I went through my branding process, which I would change certain things now.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it is really easy, I think, for, I mean, what you do is like vanity based. So I think it's really easy to get like hype, like caught in the hype.
Yeah. It is.
You know?
It is, yeah.
And I think that you are exactly
like,
opposite
even when
of
you're
that.
getting ready and you're like, damn, I look like a fucking baddie. And you feel confident, and then your ego like goes through the roof. And then you like put on your favorite outfit and you just feel like her.
Oh my god.
You know? I think that in moderation is fine. Like, people, you need your ego. And that's, I think, the argument that gets missed a lot of the time. Like, your ego keeps you alive.
I was literally about to say, if you don't have one, you're going to be eaten by all the sharks.
Your ego keeps you alive. I don't subscribe to the, like, never be in your ego. Like, obviously, there's a time and a place.
It's okay to little toot, your little horn.
Every now and then, you know?
Yeah.
But then, like, bring it back.
Yeah, don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a crazy person. You came into this world just like everyone else did.
I put my pants on 2 legs at a time like everyone else. What was that always like what my papa would always say to us?
What?
Like, they put their pants on 1 leg at a time like everyone else. It's like, oh my god.
Thanks for the friendly reminder.
But like, no.
Sometimes you might just like full send launch yourself into your pants. You know? Like, it might just slide on in.
Exactly.
I wonder what that's going to look like on camera, because I feel like I just like made out with my glass because I like put my tongue to it because I was like, oh fuck, there's shit on my there's shit on my lips. Whatever. Are you going to do anything for Valentine's Day? Like work or personal?
And I know I'm doing makeup for someone on the 11th who's doing like a little Valentine's Day situation, which is cute.
Love.
But no, I don't really have any plans. Honestly, like, Valentine's Day for me has just, whether I was with someone or not, it's just never really been something I think about very much. And it might be because my birthday is also this month, so I just don't like
Yeah, what are we
Valentine's
doing
Day
for
isn't
your-
a real holiday
What are we doing for your birthday?
for me.
What do you
that
want
is
to
a
do for your
great
birthday?
question. I would really love to just like get a massage and like
A little spa day.
a little spa day, little.
Like at Jeju?
I've never been there.
It's a fun time.
I have heard many stories.
It's, yeah.
Oh my god, that was so good. Okay.
What would you like me to do?
Okay, look down. Not with your head. Okay.
Do you want to go over there somehow? Can I look at it yet?
Oh yeah.
Am I allowed?
Oh my god, I totally forgot. Here. There's a mirror. Oh, there's a mirror there too. But you can see it in the light.
Pretty. I look like a Valentine.
You are.
Stop. I wish we would have waited. Sydney, I look like a fucking Valentine.
Well, guess what? If you'd like to book me for Valentine's Day,
I
my email.
look like I'm so sad that I'm not going anywhere. It's so cute. Look at my eyes.
Yeah, those are really good like colors for you.
Oh my god.
It really brings your eyes out.
Sydney. Sydney. I'm pissed. I'm pissed I'm not going anywhere. See, these are the vibes that I wanted for my Valentine's Day date at Luke's house to eat spaghetti. This is so pretty. No, I really love it. And it's so sparkly in the best way. Yeah. Yeah, I'm into it. I guess. We're gonna be famous.
What do you guys think?
Comment
below.
like, subscribe. Cheers to your first
Cheers.
something in Sydney's chair.
Yeah.
Cheers to whatever we're gonna
find a
plug.
taco.
Good job, Sid!
Thanks.
I'm stunning.